You are so right, Tara. Hi, guys. How you doing, my friends? Boy, does this bring me warmth. Hi. I'm just gonna check if you can hear me alright. Yeah, it looks like it. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I ran into a client. Hi, Booker Cries. Your audience is here. Yeah. Oh, this brings me so much joy. You know what, guys? I feel like I found my family. It truly feels like that. How's the sound levels, guys? Can you hear the music alright? Can you hear me alright? Because I can't hear what you can hear. So please do tell me. Bubbles! You got a new TV, can crack it. Yeah, I know the sound level is usually quite quiet for this stream. We'll have to look into that. However, on my, my bips and bobs, I can't crank it up anymore. So I hope it's okay. So, we are gonna have a bit of a shorter stream today. Yes, of course, Bugger Craze. We're gonna have a bit of a shorter stream today because I have been invited to attend an event for business-driven females. So women with businesses with companies, running companies. So it's gonna be interesting. Since I identify as both genders, it's gonna be quite interesting. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm all shaky and a little bit nervous seeing you guys here. No, I always dreamt of feeling like the most important thing for me has been to feel a part of something. It's what I always strive for. And now finding you, it truly feels like finding my family. So I'm so shaky and nervous seeing you guys here. It's amazing how how the body works, isn't it? Hello, Dan Punk. How you doing? Yeah, so we're gonna go for a little bit of 2 hours today, somewhere around there, and then I'm gonna have to head off and see this all-female event. It's gonna be real interesting, actually. They're gonna be women talking about how they had their business grow, and so they're gonna be different seminars, and I think just meeting people. I'm so happy, getting invited. But it is quite interesting, the concept of it's just being women, so we'll see what happens. I know that people never intend to be hurtful or to say something. Margaret, hi, welcome to the community, my friend. How are you doing? I would also like to thank Danger Bay and Teletaro for following off stream. How are you doing, my friends? Margaret. Oh, you come in with such a beautiful energy, my friend. That's your friend. Such a, such a buzzing energy coming in, Oh, I've been waiting for this stream, and I want to know what she can give to me, what could happen, all this excitement coming in. It's beautiful seeing you here, Margaret. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And I never, I want to talk a little bit about this because usually when we sit down and we talk to people, it happens that, you know, you get put into these categories, as we all do, because we compartmentalize, as I've spoken so much about before. And so it happens that people, you know, talk about us women and us females, or, you know, us girls and things like that. And I know that there is no ill intention with it. It's just, you know, being part of something, and it is that being part of something that should make me feel, you know, happy. But since I identify as both genders, and I'm not really too open about that because it has to do with my system, unfortunately, I should say, I get this, you know, I don't really feel like I'm fitting in, and I feel a little bit like, you know, when people talk about how you know, how we perceive men to be, or how we perceive women to be, and I'm just one of those people. I just want to see us as humans, you know. But I can understand it, and there's no ill intentions behind it, because we simply compartmentalize and we put into categories in order to understand. But you know, it's interesting, and I know there's so many people out there identifying as non-binary as well, and I just think it's beautiful that we can be us. But when it comes to me, I see myself, because of being in the system, I see myself as being female and male, so both genders and both sex. That's just, I spoke about this with my fiance yesterday, about how, you know, when talking about sexuality, and I always want to be as open as I can be with everything. So I would love to say that I have the most open sexuality, you know, just to kind of fit in, I guess, because it would be a good thing, because, you know, I want to be this open individual. Thing is, in order to be open, we have to be transparent. It's the most beautiful thing we can be, and transparent in who we are. And so I feel, even though my ego would like me to say that I'm open to anything, I am for other people. But the most beautiful thing I can do is to be open about who I am. And so I identify as male and female, and I call myself being bisexual. And that's just who I am. Although my ego would like to call myself being fluid or pansexual, and, you know, all of this, but the most beautiful thing we can do in order to be open is just be ourselves, and just accept ourselves for all the flaws and beauty that it means to be us, right? So I brought this up because I'm going to this event, and I don't think it's going to be, you know, focused on being just women, and that's why we meet up. I don't think that is the main focus of it, but it will be interesting. So therefore, I will be going for 2 hours today. Oh, beautiful, Margaret. So, sorry. Oh, I'm so nervous, guys. Oh, it's beautiful. Kids are going to focus to say hi, Tara. Oh. What happened to Streamlabs? Bempus has been working with the queuing system, and so he's been working on it, and he built this from scratch, which I think is so beautiful, and you can tell he really enjoys what he's doing. So if it works, not only will I be able to see who's in queue, but I will also be able to see who is here of those in queue, and that will be so cool. However, it seems like it might not work today. Oh, hang on. I think, yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying the queuing system out. Yeah, it is an awesome job, and it seems like it was working when we tried it at home, but I think I'm using another internet browser. So therefore it seems not to be working today, but wouldn't it be absolutely amazing to be able to see not just the queue, but also who is here or not? That is so cool. I'm so happy. So yeah, but today I'm using another internet browser and looks it might not be working, or it is Twitch because we take the information from Twitch. So what Twitch knows, we might know. But he's built this queuing system from scratch. I think it's beautiful. So, some calm, healing, and energy work today. Also, we changed the how this looks, all of it. So let me know if you enjoy this new look, or if you'd like me to go back to what we had before, or if you have any, suggestions for what you might enjoy. I've tried to keep it a bit more clean and just try it out, see what happens. So, Tara, if you are still here, my lovely friend, you were first in queue when we ended the stream last week. So I wonder, would you like to have your transference or your reading now? Would you like that? Hi Chris, how you doing? I hope, Chris, that we can bring you some peace and tranquility today. I would actually, if it's okay with you, Tara, I would like to send you a little bit of healing, Christian. Would you be open to that? And if not, I totally understand. It's just, if you're open to it, which I think you might be a bit hesitant of, I would like to send you some healing. Just a little bubble of joy, a little push today. Would that be okay, Christian? I just feel I really want to do that. They asked me to, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of a bubble your way to boost your confidence a little. I mean, you worked so much on your confidence, Christian, but I want to push that a little bit further and say, yes, what you're doing, do it. I simply want to bring that bubble of joy today. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up, and I'm just gonna pour some water. I think we'll pour some over the existing. Yeah. Okay. So earlier today I did a distance healing where I used these beautiful scarlet energy of love, and I used that in a combination with the lapis lazuli and the citron in order to bring up confidence. And I feel for you today I would like to continue working with this scarlet light that I have contained in this water from before. So it is detached from the person that was receiving the healing before, so no worries about that. So I'm just gonna pour some a little bit more. I'm not gonna go into a reading for you today, Chris. I am simply gonna send a little bit of a bubble your way. A little bubble. Okay. So let's see. And thank you, Tara, for letting me do this. Let's see. Let's see if I can find you, Chris. Oh, there you are, a little cheeky chic. Okay. I'm gonna pour some blue into this for the, for the strength of wanted to continue, wanted to really put an effort in what you're doing, to understand that yes, you're on the right track. That's what I want to do today. Okay, let's bring it up. And I'm gonna send this energy in a form of a little book today. Okay. They are talking about religion, they're talking about the Bible, and they want to say that they want to really, for you, they want to say, Chris, that no matter if you resonate with this or not, they want you to know that writing your own story doesn't have to mean that you don't. Not following your traditions or not following what you're used to does not mean you're misbehaving. Does not mean you're not following your heart. By finding new ways is part of following the path that you're on. And I felt that was very important to bring to you today. And I know it might not make too much sense right now, but I feel it is important. Following your heart and following your path. Following your heart does not mean that you're not following your path. It's the other way around. You are following your heart and your path in just being you, and that is the most transparent, open and beautiful thing you can do. So go for it, they want to say. I believe in you, and I know that you believe in yourself. So just this little push today. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bubble among the pages. And I'm gonna see where you're at. There you are. Okay. So I'm just gathering the energy and I'm sending it off to you. Now. I'm just trying to help it come through. And there you are. Beautiful. It is received. Somewhat hesitant, but that is okay. It'll be for you. It will be there for you when you feel, yeah, you can do it. So that was all I wanted to do today, Chris. Thank you so much for letting me do that. For letting me give you that little bubble of joy. And I'm just gonna see. We're placing the bubble on your left hand side, actually, on your upper earlobe. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a crystal bubble. You don't have to know what it is I'm doing. I simply want to send you joy and a feeling of you can do this, you know? And like I said, what is coming through is that following your heart does not mean that you're not following your path. They go together. So you should never have to feel you are striving away from your path by following your heart. You don't. Let's do this. Oh, there's so much beautiful energy your way, my friends. You can do this. I believe in you. Just have it been done this time, you know? Oh, with so many people who can resonate, I can as well, with, postponing, or you start a project and then halfway and you feel, oh, maybe I'll do something else, this feeling. Go for it. Yes, we can do it. Okay. I'm just putting my wand back. And I'm sorry, guys, if you can tell I'm a little bit nervous today. I found my family. I don't know what to do. Thank you so much for letting me give you that, Chris. truly. If you want to, Chris, I would love you to come back here if you feel like it. And because I would love to give you a little bit more of a confident boost in, let's say, a week's time or so, if you like it. The only thing I do, I work as a mirror. So whatever you feel when you gain this boost, because I know you haven't connected to it directly now, but it will be there for you. But when you feel those feelings of, me bringing you some warmth or some love, some joy, I simply work as a reflection. So you got all of that beautiful, beautiful qualities and beautiful just you insides. I simply work as reflection to help you see it. So whether you come back here or not, you will still find the same warmth, the same joy, because it comes from within yourself. But I'm so glad being able to be a reflection, a mirror, for you to see the true beauty of what is inside. Or to, have a peek at it. We can do this. I believe you. Trust your gut feeling. Don't listen too much on your head at this particular time. We all have fears, but your gut and your heart is telling you to do something. Don't feel it will go against what you stand for, because the heart wouldn't speak if it was. Trust yourself. I trust you. Bowhead, hi my friend. Are you feeling somewhat better? The spirit talk to me. I'm a medium, so I'm an intuitive counselor and healer and medium. So I talk to whichever energy wants to come through in order to have you for your well-being. Whether it be my guides wishing you to send some healing for your guides to come aid with, or being someone who's passed who wants to come through, or someone who's still alive. I believe that we are all connected to the same energy source, and therefore I believe that we're also all connected, because I believe that we are from the same energy source, so we're all connected. And energy being external beings or frequencies or electricity, I see it as being frequency, and I connect to whichever frequency is there in order for your well-being. To just send a little bubble of joy. That's all I do. But yes, if your question is if I connect to people who've passed, I do. If they want to interact with me, and if it's there for your well-being. And I don't mean them being there for your well-being, they always will be. But if the interaction is what is needed for you in this moment, the interaction between yourself, between me, and between the spirits. It's all interactions. Just like when I talk to you with our conversation right now, it's the same with whichever energy we're working with. It's an interaction. So sometimes it goes naturally and it feels, really easy. And sometimes it takes more getting used to one another. It's interactions. But yes, I'm a medium. Feel like the sickness is gone, up and moving. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That makes me happy, Babette. Managed to turn off an alarm and did not notice first time for everything. Yeah. Okay. So, Tara. Hang on. Boop. Are you ready for your transference, my friend? I'm gonna put the water back. Hang on. Sorry if you can hear some pouring water. Just me. Do you ever feel like you're drawn to particular energies? Of course. When meeting energies, no matter it being in ourselves, so no matter it being someone who's alive or someone who's passed or somewhere in between or whatever it can be, whenever we meet someone, being energy or not, it's still energy. So when what you see in someone else, I strongly believe, is what resonates within you. And this is where we can interpret people and objects and things and subjects and topics on so many different levels, and it can differ so much from one individual to another how we interpret things because of where we are. And I believe that we resonate with what resonates within us. So when we feel something being off in the energy in the interaction, it is usually something that is triggering what we feel not safe within ourselves. And when we feel connected to someone, it can be that we feel they give us a reason to see something beautiful within us that maybe we've been searching for. So when feeling particularly or drawn to particular energies, it's the same as being drawn to particular people, because people are energy, or other animals or objects, subjects. So it goes the same way, no matter what kind of entity or energy form it is. So do I feel particularly drawn to specific energies? I do, just as I feel particularly drawn to specific people, specific other species, specific other types of animals, or individuals, objects, surroundings, places. Same goes for everything. It's just what reflects within me. So yeah, I do. So Tara, let's see. With you, I want to work with a child, the little children today. I want to work with a child within you. It's interesting because stress, Tara, when everything runs smoothly, it can feel like the stress is just getting even graver. When we, this feeling, we stress and we stress and we stress to make things work, and then when they do work, it's almost like we're stressing because of now not knowing where to put that energy. Like we can't really fall back and enjoy what we have gained in this stress, in what we have been able to manage because of us stressing. When that task is done, and there are always heaps of them, I know, but we can't really fall back into feeling now we can relax, because when we're relaxing, it's almost like that stress is coming up again, like, okay, but my body and mind, we're ready to do something, and you want me to sit still? How can I do that? And that is really coming through today with you, Tara. It's like it's been a stressful week, or it's been a stressful couple of weeks, and now things are going, it feels like it runs a little bit smoother. It feels like, okay, you have reasons to relax now, because for you it's always, when you're in it, you don't really think about it. You just, you have it been done, whatever needs to be done. But when you reflect upon it, you feel this, if you think about it, because you fall into that sometimes, thinking about how you handle particular situations, and you go back and you say, oh, right. This is what I did with my energy, and this is what happened. But when you're in it, it's just, it just spins you round. And now I feel like you come into this, peaceful more things are running more in a routine, and it feels like you started to get comfortable in your shoes in this particular situation that has been happening. And now it's almost like when you sit down and just breathe, there's always this, motion in the back of your head. And I feel this is so common, but I feel for you. And I know that you have this feeling too that, okay, you should really relax. It's important, and with all the sickness and illnesses going around and all this, I feel you really know the importance for you to relax. But it feels like you don't really know how to do it. So today, Tara, I would like to help you reach that room within yourself where you can actually just, and I'm not talking about meditation per se, but where you can just breathe. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And where you can breathe and your heart don't go like this. I would like to help you with that today. Would you enjoy that? Because it feels like, I'm falling back, I can't relax, but my heart and my body all goes, what's going to happen next? And I can't quite sit still. And I feel this is something that you're not too used to dealing with either. You're used to it, but you're usually in the spin of things. And you usually drive yourself so far out that then you're exhausted. And so you don't feel the state that you're in now. If that makes any sense for you. So today I would like to help you calm that heartbeat down in a way that you can actually relax without having to be exhausted. I'm just gonna check. I got a message from my fiance. Okay. I know there's loads going on in chat right now. If you feel like you can wait, I would love to talk to you after this this transference has been made, if that's all right. So just please come back with your questions and I would love to talk to you. But for now, Tara, I would really like to help you find this peace within. This little room that you can go into where it is okay to just relax. Okay? So I'm going to use the energy of the flame today. And also water. This meditation where you have this bridge crossing over water. And you can hear the wind whistling in the trees and some birds singing with the angels. And you can sit down on this beautiful little bridge. If you want to, you can even reach down and touch the water. I just want to bring this in for you. And you can hear the echo. I can hear the echo of children laughing. And all those beautiful, not just laughter, but all those beautiful sounds of life. You know how you can really reflect upon sometimes just the sounds of everything. In those moments when you're so exhausted, when you've driven yourself to the edge and you feel so exhausted, Sometimes, just a couple of times, I can feel you hear just the sounds, just the motion of frequency in the air. And as you sit there on the bridge, or however your room may look, this is just what it reflects to me. We can have those beautiful sound waves just coming in as a calm reminder that life, So with the songs of your angels, sitting there on the bridge, hearing those beautiful songs, talking about the bluebirds, and just the sounds of children, of movement and life, because it's so important for you, to see the movement of others. And so we bring that beautiful sound in. Do you still have the water? Because this could be a way for you to come into this. If you have that glass of water that we used, if you get a new one, and you can just hold it and look into the water, and just feel how your chest moves with your breathing. Mindfulness. You can focus on the water. You get a new one, yeah. You can focus on the water. And as you do, just let all those beautiful sounds playing in your memory, just let them in and let them be in the movements of your breathing. Just in and out. Go get a glass of water and I will do a projection for you to help you reach this state of mind. Could you do that for me, my friend? Beautiful. Now you sit down. Oh, why is it saying Pega Christ? Sorry guys, I just saw. I'm so sorry. I think Bempus might be working with the... I don't know why it's saying Pega Christ. We will have to do without for now. It's for Tara. I think Bempus is working in the background, so I apologize. Tara, just sit down. With your glass of water, hold it in your hands. And I will come through. Just gonna see where your frequency is. There you are. Okay. I'm coming through. Just very softly, gently hold the glass of water. Hi. Continue to look at the water surface. And I'm just gonna place my hand on your chest. I hope that's okay. And my other one on your back. And I'm just gonna help you feel your breathing. Okay? There you are. Hi. Okay. Inhale and exhale slowly. Bring some warmth to your chest and up your neck for your communication. center and for your own sense of being. So I place my hand just here for you now. A beautiful necklace. And you're slowly there. You feel it, your own heartbeat. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. I'm gonna balance the energy around your head. We're gonna turn it one side and then the other, and then we're gonna balance it, okay? So slowly, and you don't have to do nothing, just breathe. Continue to breathe in and out, and we're tipping it slowly, the energy. These are the emotions that you'd rather not feel, but they're part of you, my friends. And as we always do with the breathing, these feelings of, being too much in control and not having control and all of it in between, bring that into the breathing. And as I always say, with the water, meet it, greet it, thank it, and let it go. And now we turn the other side. Here comes memories. These are the emotions that you wish you could see more. They're part of you. They're here just as much as the other ones. Meet them, greet them, thank them, and let the tension go. There. Coming down to your shoulders. I'm just gonna activate your aura slowly. You can feel the warmth coming through. Beautiful. I'm just gonna tickle your feet a little bit to activate this beautiful bubble of joy. And then coming back to you over your chest. And I'm gonna take this beautiful room of just stillness, of just you. And with crystal lights, I'm slowly gonna put it right there in your chest. And let it vibrate some. Beautiful. I feel some relief. It's beautiful. I'm gonna come back around and I'm just gonna put my hands on your back. You over your top part of your back, over your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Gonna focus a little bit more attention on the right hand side. You got some tension here, my friends. Beautiful. Okay. How do you feel, Tara? It's beautiful. letting me give you that. I'm just gonna fill the room with the golden threads of joy and comfort. Here you go. Beautiful. I'm just gonna leave a little bit by your temples. Just a little touch. Okay, I'm going back now. So whenever you feel stressed, sorry, I'm just gonna go back. Actually, can I give you a hug? Would that be okay? Just a little hug. And then I held back. Okay. Beautiful. Have you got a new detergent in your house we're talking about? I can feel the very fresh, sense. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for letting me give you that. Beautiful. Thank you, Tara. I really like that smell. You got some fresh detergent that you not usually have, or it feels like there's some difference. It's beautiful. I hope you can feel somewhat calmer, my friend. Scent beads. Oh, right. I see. It's beautiful. I like them. A good price, yeah. So when you feel the stress, not the stress of, yeah, this gets me through, but when you feel the stress of, if only I could be exhausted and I could just sleep, but you still feel like the only reason you want to be exhausted is for you to have a reason to relax. Like it's the only time that you can let yourself relax, almost. And not even then. When you get this feeling, just take this glass of water, take some water, and just hold it in your hands and feel it within your heart. And just take everything that comes with it. Just let it fill your bodies with love and light, and explore what it is, because usually those reasons for the anxiety is things that we are afraid of within ourselves, usually not to be enough. But those feelings, instead, like I always say, instead of spitting on them, trying to take their hands and walk with them and seeing them as being part of everything. So you got that with the water, my friend. I truly feel that connection for you. And also with crystals, but I feel it with water it's both an easy and a challenging little way for you to simply meet yourself. Thank you so much. So, lovely people, if you're still in chat, you had loads of questions to me. I can take them now if you're still here. The trolls are gone. Yeah. I love talking to them, you know. I love talking to everyone. I love answering questions. So if there's anyone here who have questions, please let me know them. Because I'd love to talk to you. Let's see if members are working on this. What's going on? I don't know why it said your name, Pegacrise. Of course, Tara. Because it says here in Streamlabs, it says that you're first, and then it says Pegacrise. But when I go like this, it says Pegacrise. Ah. But are you ready, Pegacrise, for your transference today? What happens if I do this? Does it work? Oh no, no. Okay, I think something is off. I'm gonna have to talk to Bembus about this. Something is off. We'll just have to do without today. I hope that's okay. I think he's working a lot on different things, but it's fine. I still have the queue here, so it's okay. Okay, Pegacrise. I feel very conflicted. We talked about this a lot, Pega, but they are literally wondering why you're asking for a reading. Yeah, they're asking me to ask you, why are you asking for this reading? And when answering that, I don't want you to just type it out, but I want you to type it out. I want you to write it on a piece of paper and look at it and meet it. And then I want you to put the conclusion of what comes up together with what you first were asking when typing it to me. So I want you to take this little moment and I want you to type it out, what you wanted to say to me, all these thoughts and feelings and things inside your head. And I want you to then look at it, make a realization, and type out both things. Both what you first wanted to say and then what came up when you took a look at it yourself. Little girl, in which you sat on my lap and told me how beautiful you are. Oh, it's full, that was precious. So is she. A real little soon to become teacher, that one, no? Beautiful. Oh, she is so awake in so many ways. It's absolutely wonderful. So write down here and in the paper. I will write down first here and then on paper, the same thing. No, I want you to write down on paper first. Okay, so this, bam. And then I want you to look at the paper and to ask yourself, what does this mean? And then put both those things in chat. Does that make any sense? So can you do that for me? And I will give you this little flame. Boop. for you, my friend. This little girl, Tara, does she call you auntie, or is she very close? Because I feel she's so close with auntie. I would listen to her. I know you listen a lot to her, and you want to listen even more. You even listen when she's silent, because she's saying so much with just who she is. But I want you to, she needs to also talk, as you know, a lot, and to find those words themselves. You started watching her in Nana Mom since kindergarten. Yeah, because I felt you wouldn't, she wouldn't use that to you, the auntie, but for her, the energy auntie is really important. And I wonder why that is. It's really interesting. But that might be something to bring with. But I got this feeling that she might not call you that. But auntie is really important. But yeah, to listen to what she says and have her speak even more is really important for her well-being. But to also be silent sometimes, She's got a lot on her mind, little girl. You have a great bond. She loves me. Yeah, I can tell. It's beautiful. She's busy. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for you, Paga. I just want you to know that I'm still working with you, my friend. But I wish I was open to energy work at a young age. I think for you got scared. And I think that's very common. I'm not even sure you would remember it, but for you, Bird, I really feel this, this, because we're all open, I believe. If we're going to look at it at a scientific point of view, usually people say that we're open until somewhere around the age of 6 or 7 when rationality comes in to play a part. And it's quite interesting to talk about that. Of course, it's individual, but people used to say this, with it being somewhere around that age. And so that's usually how I used to, comment when people talk about the psychology behind what I'm doing. That because I was experiencing trauma at that time, maybe the rationality part never came into play for me. I don't know. For me, I see it as being logical, what we do. But, And so it's interesting. But with you, Bharat, I really feel that something scared you of it. And I would want to talk about the age of... Actually, I want to talk about first the age of 2 and then the age of 4. But you always had this intrigued attitude towards it, Although it just didn't come into mind. It took a little while, but it was there, definitely. And I feel something scared you. Seeing someone in your bedroom is a little bit scary. So it was easier to, to focus on other things, the creative part of you. So it makes sense. Okay. As a little kid, I dreamt about people who were ready to pass on, and it scared me because I thought somehow it was my fault. Yeah, okay. Now it makes total sense. I recognize that. I resonate with it. I'm sorry you felt that, and I'm happy we can talk about it now. So, Bear Grace, the reason you're feeling a bit conflict about the decision you have to make. Yeah. So that's the first thing that came through. I feel conflicted. I think it was the first thing I said. The decision is about deciding and putting out to the universe what I really want to manifest into reality. Feelings, I feel anxious, worried, afraid of telling what I really want, a bit of insecurity towards that, manifesting the life that I really want to live. Why though? Digress. Because I feel this, it's almost like, and now we're back to tough love again, you know how I am. But truly, I feel this being, once again, you have got the wheels rolling, you know, and they've been rolling for years for you. You know what you want to do, you know what you want to manifest. And so it's almost like the only thing holding you back now is you finding people who put, you know, you resonate with people not connecting to you in this. But that is something that you find for yourself. Because if you were to just do this, people would let you do it. But I feel you're afraid of doing so. And so there comes the feeling, you talk about anxious, worried, of telling about what you want. Yeah, of telling people. But the thing is, you don't have to be, and you know that. Deep inside, all you do, you're just going back to old habits now. And I understand that, but you are so ready to move on. You know, you're so ready to, because this process that takes time, it does take time. But you have been working on it for so long. And frankly, just do it. It feels like your codependency on energy readings and energy readers, if we're going to talk about that, is holding you back because you're afraid of losing that part of yourself when going out and explore or to manifest what you believe in. You don't have to feel this way, Pega. You're already there. We will go with you. We're not going to leave you behind just because you're following your dreams. No, we'd love to be there with you, to explore and to share this lovely thing that is life. We're not gonna leave you behind. Right, Luna? In my head I have all the ideas and everything, but when it comes to writing in paper, you don't. I just feel you're worried of letting, honestly, us go. I feel you're worried of letting other people tell you to try to help you go, and then being alone again, because it took such an effort for you to get to where you are today in you know, to start taking readings and to go into this because of what we talked about before, tradition and family values. And I feel like I feel like you are afraid of losing that part of you that can depend on others when taking your own steps. And it doesn't have to be the one thing or the other. You won't lose us. We're always here. And you won't lose yourself, your own ability to ask for help. It's going to be there with you, and it's a beautiful part of you being you. You have that within you to ask other people for guidance and for help. And it's taken you a lot of struggle to get there. You're not going to lose that. Been feeling a bit worried of putting out the wrong manifestation. Yeah, but there are no wrong manifestations, my friends. You know what you want to do, and you know it all along. And when going to us readers, we say the same thing to you. You have this strength, this beautiful ability to just do. So do. You are right to be you. And then I feel, why are you feeling this grief of, losing that part of yourself, I think has to do with your karmic sister as well, because that was a lot about, like we talked about before, of codependency and of her being dependent on you. So when the karma in this life would be to let her be, of course you want to find some way or form to hold on, you. And so when opening up and realizing this about yourself and start sharing this, I understand that it was like an explosion. Although it took time and slowly by slowly, but within how your life changed when starting to get readings and starting to go into this was like an explosion. And you start to have this entire new type of life that you felt just made sense because you've always been, part of it, you being a dryad. And so I understand this, but it's like with that comes also this fright of losing codependency, because that is something that has been so important for you in other lifetimes, and so that is within your karma. And this is just how I see it, but because we've talked so much and we've spoken so many times and we talked about this, I feel like you've resonated with this enough to maybe get help seeing it from that perspective. And so truly it makes sense, but you're not going to lose us, because what you feel with us when you're in this environment and you feel like, when you feel, I feel small, but at the same time I feel strong. I feel great in being in this environment, but I get to feel small because I have people, helping me finding what I already know to be true. That feeling of being secure is something that so many resonates with. It's what so many feels with their parents or with their loved one or with their friends or, with relationships. And you created that relationship with us, with energy healers, with energy readers, in order to find that within yourself. But as you know, or I can't speak for everyone, but me, I hope to work as a mirror, like I said. So all you are getting is simply confirmation, and it's like a drug, the confirmation. And so you're afraid of losing it, and I understand that. And especially with the karma being you be, let her live her life and you live your life. It's almost like you're compensating for not being part of her life by not living your life, but having other people live it for you. And that was a tough love, but it's an honest one. And I think that many energy readers would agree. We love you, Bear Grace. And you will always be part of us because we're human, we're fellow humans. You won't lose us, we're your friends. But what you got within us, what you feel you get from us, you already got within yourself. And so this is why I feel my guides are asking me, instead of asking, or they're asking you that instead of asking me, ask yourself first. Because it is possible, or there's a big possibility that you ask the same question you've asked before, or a very similar one that you already got answers to, in order just to fill up the quotation of how many of readings, actually, because you're afraid of losing us if you don't ask us, and you will never do that. Lose us. We're here, just as you are, my friend. I truly feel that. I know what I want in life. It's just insecurity of asking and telling about it and pushing outside my comfort zone. Yeah, but your comfort zone, if I'm being honest, and this is with love, my friend, you know that. But what I feel you have to hear is that your comfort zone is to be insecure. You don't need that. We're not saying go for it, for having you come back to us. We're saying go for it for wanting to share that experience of you doing what you love. Truly. And I've given you, and people have given you, we're giving you so many exercises, so much things to do. It's time for you now to let us see what happens. We want to know, want to be a part of this journey with you. We don't have to be dependent on one another. We can be just sharing the experience with one another. Hi Fabian, how you doing, my friend? Create a great friendship with Paragraphs. Yeah, we all want the best for you, of course we do. And we're here. So I want to challenge you in, when asking someone else, ask yourself first. Because many times you will get the same results. I can't know what you don't know. I just want to reflect that beautiful you back to you. And that beautiful you is every part of you, not just one or two. And it's not just your insecurity and wanting you to come back here. No, it's who you are. And I see that strength, and we say this so many times. So Christ, go for it. Truly. And I can imagine if we were, maybe we should start having a weekly healing session, and you could join in there. And just, have a healing session, have a large healing session connecting to each and every one of you who wants to join. I would love to do that. And then you can be part of that and just have that as a little push, a little bubble. And if you want to talk to us, of course you can. But when it comes to advice and giving advice and, about this insecurity, thank it and let it go. And let's do this. Truly. You've come so far, just look at where you are. Let's do this. I don't know how many times I've said that to you, and I still mean it. I love you for you, by grace. You can do this. You have our support, of course you have. And you also have your own support. And hey, the flame, come back to it, my friend. I truly believe it can help you. And the nature. They're talking about how you are a little bit hesitant in listening to nature. Because you're focusing on being insecure, actually. And it's tough love, but it is love. You're used to feeling insecure, and so that makes you feel safe in a way of knowing yourself. And when talking to nature in the way that we discussed before, opens up a part of you, which is something that you have, it's a part that you have disconnected yourself from a little bit before, or putting up a wall saying, I don't know how to handle this. And so you want to take that part and show it to other people without first having a relationship to it, yourself. So go back into understanding and feeling and acknowledging and loving that wisdom that comes from nature, comes from within your soul, and it reflects out, back out into this wonderful world that we all share. So create your relationship to your spiritual side, if that makes any sense, within you, not within opening up to us, but within you, and with your beautiful, beautiful relationship to nature. accept that for what it is and whatever comes with it, and then it will be easier to show it to other people. I've spoken about this before, about different subjects, how it is so much easier to talk about it to someone else if we first establish a relationship to it ourselves. And so I'm just looking at where the readings comes in this, because that is a little bit of an addiction that we need to establish a relationship to, and the fear of being alone, also romantically. And we all know this will come connected to their work, and then limiting yourself going into that work because of you limiting yourself from being you, and then trying to say that you are you. Of course that will create anxiety, because you're not being honest to yourself first. And you're honest because you can not be anyone else that you're not. But I want you to acknowledge that with this comes every color of it, every emotion. And you got the exercise of the canvas, try it. But truly establish a relationship to nature within yourself before trying to show it to others. Does that make any sense? Because I feel you're shying away a bit from it. So continue with that work, and then it will just come natural to you. And you can do this, and you get our support. We love you for who you are. And we want to know the story. Does this feel okay, Bear Grace? So reconnect with who you are in nature, and then bring that forth from your heart, and nothing can stop you. It's love. And also this exercise with, once again, withholding this object from nature that we talked about before. I'm not handing you these exercises for you to just listen to them. I'm handing them to you because I think they can really help you in your everyday life. Or help you, but reflect back that joy that you shine upon the world. So, to sum it all up, take everything that you've learned and listen to it in order to give your heart a voice in return. Suppose I want to be insecure in who I am, yeah. Instead of this constant insecurity state. So then really listen to what we have said. Listen to what people have said to you, because we mean it. And take that to heart, to give that heart some space to breathe and to share. Because you don't have to be insecure. But I understand it being a state that you recognize. So just acknowledge that, it being a state that you recognize, and thank it. Meet it, greet it, thank it, and let it go. Meet yourself Acknowledge yourself. Listen to everything that we've said that you can remember. Take it to heart and decide. Make the decision of now, let's do this. And let us know what happens. And we're here for you. Okay? Does that feel okay, Fair Grace? State of the codependency cycle and feeling I'm wasting my own potential by being in that cycle. Then let's break it. Or let's take it in hand, right? And seeing it for being there for a reason and seeing the potential in it. Use that fire. Once again, like we talked about before, that fire of feeling, why am I doing this? Use that fire and give yourself a little smack on the back. And let's do this. A little tickle under the feet. And every emotion that comes with it is an emotion. And it's part of you, and it's beautiful. And if you want to talk about it, of course we're here for you. Right now, show us the respect of listening to what we've said, what we tried to tell you. And give yourself that space in your heart to breathe and to then share. And we will listen, and so many else will. So many others, so many else, so many others will. Because we love you for who you are. But then you have to trust in what we're telling you. Okay? And I want to know what happens. Make the decision. Because you've known it all along. Let's do this. Okay? And I'm sorry it's a little bit of tough love, but sometimes the knuckles is needed in order to give hugs. No, that was wrong. But you know what I mean. We mean this. We we want you to be happy. I think I'm ready in taking a decision today. Do it. And we're here. Okay? And letting out. Yeah. Writing down every single detail of what I want to manifest. Do it. Do it. Meet it. Greet it. Acknowledge that it might change. And meet it for what it means to you. And let's do this. Right? Okay. Does that feel okay? Tough love is the best reality. Yeah. There's so much we can do. It's like when people coming here into the office for a healing session. And I've spoken about this before, but I had a client who comes in several times a week and who just wants healing and healing and healing and healing. And they still had that space of home where they could just, because they asked me, Monday they asked me, why does it feel so light when I'm here and like everything is possible, and then when I come back home it's just back to, like that. Well, first off, because you are expecting that to happen. Second off, because you are used to that emotion within the walls of your home. And thirdly, because we need to take what happens here into reality. And that's why I do what needs to be done in order for your well-being. Not in order for your well-being in our interaction only, because of you. For your well-being in your everyday life. And that is why I have clients who I sit down with to try to understand how to find them a profession, a job. That is why I've taken time sometimes to come home to clients and clean their apartments. That was one case I did. They said what I need in order to be happy, if only I could have the house clean. And so I said, would that make you feel like you're more happy? That you're happier? Yeah, but it will never happen. Good, then I'll come home to you and we'll clean your house. I'm all for doing what is needed for you to feel, for your well-being, your actual well-being. And sometimes that is tough love, yes. Sometimes it's smooth hugs with a bit of an emotional knuckle, a little bit of a push. And sometimes it's cleaning, sometimes it's finding a job, you know? I want to be here in reflecting who you are so you can see the beauty within yourself and see your own possibilities. And then I want to be there, if you feel it right, to see it set in motion. Because to come to me and have a healing, for many people that works, that helps, yes. But for some, it's just when they're here. And that brings a lot as well. Because then you can feel how it feels. It's just like with the energy clusters that I've spoken about before. When you take them out of the body and the body just feels light and, you know, like you could fly. And then I have to take those clusters back in order for the client to feel themselves, to recognize themselves, because the process takes time in order for the body and mind to readjust. It's the same. When you've come here and you feel this lightness, you know, this feels good, then you at least know how it is, how it feels. And so we can try to achieve to have you feel that feeling more frequently, also when you're not here in the office. So I'm not here to have you feel good in the moment. That too, yes. But I want to work as a mirror in order for you to find how to feel good, or the best way you can feel in being you always. So yes, Tara, tough love, yeah. But if that is what is needed, that is what I give. Okay? Thank you so much for tough love, Tara. Thank you so much for your love and support. Yeah, truly. You're a huge support to many of us, yeah. We'll of course want to support you as well. Always. We love you for who you are, Leah Grace. Okay? Christian, I am sorry that these sessions take time. We have half an hour left, and now it is Margaret. But I saw that there was someone asking me to reach out for a gaming chair. Are you still here? If you had a question for me or wanted to talk about something, put it again. Type it once more, and I'd love to talk to you. If you're still here, of course. Are you here, Margaret? Are you still here? Yes! Beautiful. Let's see if this works now. I'm not sure it does. Ah! Now it works. I have no idea what's going on, guys. Do you have an opinion on seances? Oh, yes, I do. I do. It's very individual. I think that I'm just gonna try to keep this short. I think that it's important to remember that there is an interaction. So I feel it is sometimes a bit, and I know this to be true myself, it can be a bit forced because we're all still human and we want to achieve something, right? And I feel it's so important to see it as being the interaction it is. So if it does not work, if the interaction doesn't feel right between the energy and the medium, for example, or maybe the energy doesn't want to be shown in such a circumstance, but you're trying to pull something out. It's just like when you're trying to make you say something that you don't feel like saying. So seances, I think, can be beautiful, but I feel it's important to remember the interaction part of it, of each individuals there represented in energy, whatever energy form. That's how I feel. Okay, Margaret. It's gonna be tough love here as well, my friends. They are asking why you are treating yourself so badly. And let me know if this is too deep, if you don't feel comfortable with this, but I feel you need to hear this. I'm trying to find the best way of saying it because we're still human, you and I. But Margaret, how far do you feel you have to go in order to have people see that you're unwell? We see you. I feel you are looking for yourself to react. And this is a serious note because it feels like you feel people are not. They see the struggle, but you've got such a grave struggle within yourself that you're hiding away from others, at the same time trying to have others see by misusing your own body. No, I mean unwell in, yeah. It feels mostly emotionally, yes, but you're putting it on the body to carry. It feels like you're trying to show with your physical state in your own way to have people understand how that you're not okay. And it is tough love, but they want to know how far do you have to take this, because we don't want you to take it any further. We want you to know that we see you and that you are beautiful the way you are. You shouldn't be needing to faint in order to have someone, or in order to have you hear someone ask you if you're okay. And trying to make every changes in your everyday life in order just to, have anyone react. And this is not, I'm gonna say this, it's so important, because Tara and other friends, you love your friends, Margaret. And I'm not trying to say that you who are listening, who know you, don't see your struggle. That's not what I'm saying. Because you feel such a support from the people around you, and you love deeply. Who you're not in love with if I can put into that expression, who you do not love, and who you are looking for is of course yourself. And why we are looking for people to acknowledge us, it's not because of how you act, for example, Tara. It's not how other people, how friends of yours react. It is because of what we're used to. It is because of our upbringing. It's because of what we are always trying to strive for. So when showing love, you do see that. And I'm channeling you now, Margaret. That's why I'm saying we and I. But I feel it's easier. And I just feel we know you love us. And we know that you care about us. And we know and we see and we appreciate it so much. We would do anything for you. But we can't acknowledge that we're worthy of the love because of what we're used to. And so it's not about who you are, and it's not about how we are, it's about the situation. And so what we, and now I'm talking about myself and my guides, want to bring you today, Margaret, is the tough love of enough is enough. You are seen, you are loved. All you have to do is to open your mouth and express how you feel. And people won't shy away like they did before. You are the one shying away now. And you're letting your body carry that weight of you not feeling comfortable in yourself. And if you want really tough love, and this is with love, Margaret, I hope you know this. But also, if you feel your friend, you love your friends, and you can see how much they love you and how much they care about you, let them see that by taking care of yourself, because they will put it on their shoulders and feel they are not doing enough if you continue doing this to yourself. They will not shy away. And I resonate with this, trying to have people being so used to people leaving, so we try to have them leave. These people won't leave. And so the most beautiful thing you can do is to open up and actually talk to them. And I know you know what I mean. These emotions will feel like they will feel so heavy when they will continue to feel so heavy until we can actually talk about them and see we're actually not alone in this. So you are keeping yourself from feeling happy because of you being used to that feeling. This is a defense mechanism of yours because you're used to it, and because you are in a state that you're so exhausted emotionally that it would be okay if people left, because you're already expecting that. You would say to others it would be the worst thing that could happen and you would break down, but you built up these walls just so that you would survive if someone left. So what we want to give you today is to acknowledge this within yourself. These people are not gonna leave. They love you, and they do not want you to leave. So with tough love, how far are you willing to take this? Because enough is enough, Margaret. You deserve better. And I do not want you to feel bad for doing this, for putting these walls up. I do not want you to feel like you've done something wrong. That is not my intention of this. I want you to acknowledge that you do it and thank yourself for having done it because it saved your life. But now, also acknowledge what you do have around you and the love that you actually have, the beauty in where you live, the beauty in who you can talk to, the beauty of sharing you, your experiences, and listening to others, and just the beauty of nature, to be alive. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel it because you're here now. All that happened. It's in the past. It is within you and will always be. But what it made you be is the beautiful individual that you are today. And it gave you this life that you see around you now. The walls are up for a reason. The walls have been there to protect you. But as we shut others out, we also shut ourselves in. So slowly by slowly, it is time to let those walls down, or to chisel in a little window, to see what you've got around you. All of this is here for you. Why? Because you are alive. The people around you want to listen to you. They want to know how you're feeling. They want to hear your story. And you don't have to share, just share enough that you feel you can. But have it waiting for people to tell you stop. You waited for someone to put their foot down. So I'm the one then. Now. Enough is enough, Margaret. I want you to live. And to see what you've got around you. Are you still here, my friend? I think you are. It is tough. It's a tough effing journey. But if you waited for that someone to put their foot down, then this is it. What did you expect to happen after someone put their foot down? Because what I can tell, what is there is life. And if it's the only thing you see, just see the lights, how the sun shines, how it reflects in the trees. If you want to be outside to just feel the wind and to not talk, the people around you will accept that. The ones stressing to get anything done and to be responsible in the way that you've marked that word of meaning is you. And it's been there for a reason. And it's okay. But this is also the reason you're hearing this now. And the painting, or is it for photography? Sorry. I just see you have this beautiful talent of capturing moments. How the light is shining, the shadows, Yeah, I think it's photography. How you can really put sense into a picture, meaning, life behind it. So in the same way, put sense, meaning and life into the picture of you. It's okay to have been doing what you've done. It's okay to have been shutting yourself off, and the people around you understand this. Today is a new day, and it doesn't have to happen like that. It's okay for it to take time. But each time you feel you didn't shut yourself down, each time you feel you let another breath of air come into those walls of yours, I wanted to make a mental note. I did it. Not every time you're shutting them out, but each time you're letting a little something come through. You know this feeling when you're feeling vulnerable for a second and then nothing happens? I want them, not you feeling vulnerable, but to experience that in a way of, to create a sense of being safe. In a logical and rational way, of course, but to turn that vulnerability into something beautiful, into a way of sharing you, and you sharing the world with others. And crying is beautiful, they're saying. We can't change where we come from. And no matter who is responsible for what, and who is responsible for who, we are we. We are us, and you are here right now. And there's so many people wishing you love and joy. So slowly by slowly, let that come in. But yes, people will be more direct. And it's because we can see what has happened. They are being more direct, they are pushing more buttons. But this is simply because we want you to stop doing this to yourself. So it is with love. So join the path, because we want to share it with you. Does this make any sense, my friend? I would like you to join in on those healing sessions that we're talking about doing, because I'm definitely gonna do, I feel, definitely. Maybe I'll do it on Fridays. I want you to join in if you feel like it. I want you to be part of this, because I want you to slowly by slowly letting those energies in. And then I would like to meet you, just you, in a projection. Come that day when you feel safe. But it's so important to know that what you did, what you've been doing, it's not wrong. It's your way of protecting yourself, and that is beautiful. But now, there's a reason this is happening. So I wish you to take it to heart. I am putting my foot down as a fellow human being. And if you feel like it, come join us. And let that slowly enter your system. I think it will do you good. And if you would like a private session with just you and I, let me know. I am here for you because I want you to be here for you. But I want you to be here for you in a way that you're letting others in. Because I know it's tough, but we really do mean love. And this is good, getting off the chest. Tara's been keeping it in. With love, trying to understand how to put it forward, how to put it forth. She loves you. There's so many people who does. I'm gonna stop talking now until it goes into, just a nothingness. I can hear you, my friend. I hope this will give you some peace and tranquility. And boy, I'm putting my foot down for your heart. Okay? Of course, my friend. And it's okay to cry. And it's okay to not want to cry also. I would love for you to be part of our community. I would love for you to be part of this, so that we little by little can let that beautiful energy come into your system, to have you breathe the healing energy. But no matter, it will always be part of you, because like I said, I just work as a mirror to what is already deep inside of you. But sometimes that can be tough to realize, especially when we shut ourselves off from ourselves and others for such a long time in order to save ourselves. The humility of being used and alone. So if you feel like it, I think it will do you good. And I'm sorry it's early in the morning. But I hope it's okay. That is what I have for you today, my friends. It's a very gentle, or not so very gentle, but energy-wise, just a opening. But please know, if you decide to do the work on your own, it will work just as well. You got this within yourself. I just love being here as a little bit of a helping hand, or just, a human being. I'm sorry, I just saw my throat. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm very swollen. Eesh. I don't know what is going on. Maybe I'm not very well yet. I just saw it in the camera. That's not how I usually look. I apologize. Does this feel okay, Margaret? I wish you all the love. I saw Fabian asked for a cuddle. Apologies. Well, I don't recognize myself. That's why I apologize. You should be the one to say, Luna. What? Thank you, Margaret. So, guys, apologizing for existing, eh? um, there are people in queue, and I'm sorry that the sessions are so long. It's just how I work. It's just how it goes. And we have Christian and Lady Luna and O'Berry, who are from today. I will not be able to do any more energy readings and transferences today, but I will be back tomorrow, same time. I'm just looking if this throat issue will be something that will hinder me. In that case, I will let you know tonight. Don't worry, okay? But I will be back hopefully tomorrow or on Tuesday, and I will continue then. But I saw Fabian wanted an energetic cuddle. Is there more people who wants one? Because we can do a group hug as a way to end this stream. Would you like that? I saw you asked for a cuddle. Did you not? Was that not you, Fabian? What? I just heard my name. What's going on? Energy cuddles. Yeah. I understand, Fabian. It's okay. So I will connect to each and every one of you who wants to join. I'm just gonna open up. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna open up the tissue, the frequency tissue, and I'm just gonna find a frequency there. Oh, sorry, I get all teary-eyed when I find your energy, Luna. I'm sorry. Okay. There and there. Okay. And I'm letting you come into this beautiful room of energy. Just breathe in and out. It's okay. And I'm gonna use the different beautiful energetic frequencies of all the rainbow's colors today. Bringing it up. There you go. You can join also, Christian. I'm sorry you're not getting a transference today. Join in. Okay. Just breathe in and out. And I'm coming through to you into this room. Just breathe, it's okay. Thank you, Luna. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing actually. We can hold hands. That's a good idea. Now I'm just gonna go around the room and I'm just gonna put my hand on your shoulder. Each and every one of you wants to be here. Beautiful. Hi. Now I'm gonna send you all a big group hug with joy, with love, with warmth for just who we are. The beauty of being us. Every color of shape there is. There you go. And whilst the group hug, I'm just gonna sprinkle some beautiful crystal light dust. There's a lot of heat today. I usually work with cold chills, but today it's heat, loads of heat. It's beautiful. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I can feel that, Luna. Luna, I want to talk to you. I'm getting all flustered, but I want to talk to you. You supported us with so much energetic wise and just being you and inspirational wise and with subscribers and all of those things. I want to find a proper way of giving back, and I would like to talk to you about it. And I would love for us to do something, you and I. We are. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be, you know, woof, you're here now. I've been waiting for you, blah, blah, blah. I apologize. No pressure. I just really feel like it was meant for, and I know that you feel the same way, in that we needed to meet. And I would love for us to do something with this. And you give me so much inspiration. I just want you to know that. And I want to talk to you one-on-one, if that's okay, Luna, on how we do this, because I was talking to Bempers, if we're going to talk about, you know, rationality. I said, okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to, you know, give subscribers for your channel, sending in donation and shares. And the thing is, we could do that, but it will be a little bit like sending money back and forth. And we really want to support you in any way and form we can. So I've been really thinking about what we can do to really help one another, and for me to really give. Oh god, there's so much heat going on right now. I'm sorry. It's beautiful. I'm not very used to it because I usually work with the cold, so it's really interesting. But I really would like us to discuss this on how we do this in a way that really makes a difference. And for you to help us grow this channel, I can't thank you enough. And for just being you, Luna, you mean so much to me. I mean that. So I would like us to really talk about this, how we do what we do. Yeah. In a way that really brings us forward. I would love to, Luna. We can talk on Discord to find a time where we really can sit down and talk, you and I would love that. I have to run off now, guys. I'm going to this all-female meeting. Little did they know. No, I'm kidding. It's really, my morals are just really dabbling with this, what we do and how to support one another, and how, you know, to really bring forth But I would love to talk to you about this in genuinity, in transparency, and all of it. Truly. Because there's lots to talk about. There is male and female all of us. Yes, we're all just human. So it'll be interesting to see from what perspective this meeting will be. But I have to run now to not be late. So I just want to say that I love you guys. And I feel like, and I mean this, I hope you can see that coming through. I feel like I found my family, and I want to do this. Truly. But I have no interest in buying followers. I'm so glad being here. Oh, Christian, beautiful. I will be back tomorrow, and you are first in line. And if you can't join tomorrow, then you're welcome back anytime. You always stay in queue until you get your reading, or if you want to leave, that's your decision. But I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. I really have to run now. I'm not good at this. I'll see you tomorrow. All the love to you, truly. And maybe we'll do this group healing tomorrow. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. All the love, truly. Bye for now. Bye-bye.